Today is September 1st. Welcome to Big Book Daily. My name is Rob. I am an alcoholic. It is a thrill, honor, and joy to be here with you today as we journey through the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous and the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. Today out of the Big Book, we're going to be reading Chapter 4, We Agnostics, page 51. Out of the 12 and 12, we're going to begin Step 8 by reading 77, and we'll be reading today's daily reflection in 24 hours a day. So with that, I hope you all are doing well this morning, my friends. Sorry my voice a little scratchy today. Got a little bit of a cold. I've had a couple colds on this show, I've noticed. But I feel fine. Just don't sound that great. But, hey, we're alive today. We've been given a brand new set of 24 hours, clean slate. Whatever we got wrong yesterday, we can learn from those mistakes and try to be better today. Show our best for those that are around us. So with that, let's go ahead and get to the good stuff. Alright, so out of the Big Book and We Agnostics, we one recurring theme that we're seeing over and over again is to have an open mind. And then the bottom of page, the last paragraph that we read yesterday, says, when many hundreds of people are able to say that the consciousness of the presence of God is today the most important fact of their lives, they present a powerful reason why one should have faith. And we're going to continue that thought on 51. This world of ours has made more material progress in the last century than in all millenniums which went before. Almost everyone knows the reason. Students of ancient history tell us that the intellect of men in those days was equal to the best of today. Yet in ancient times, material progress was painfully slow. The spirit of modern scientific inquiry, research, and invention was almost unknown. In the realm of the material, men's minds were fettered by superstition, tradition, and all sorts of fixed ideas. Some of the contemporaries of Columbus thought a round earth preposterous. Others came near to putting Galileo to death for his astronomical heresies. We ask ourselves this: are not some of us just as biased and unreasonable about the realm of the spirit as were the ancients about the realm of the material? Even in the present century, American newspapers were afraid to print an account of the Wright brothers' first successful flight at Kitty Hawk. Had not all efforts at flight failed before? Did not Professor Langley's flying machine go to the bottom of the Potomac River? Was it not true that the best mathematical minds had proved man can never fly? Had not people said that God reserved this privilege to the birds? Only 30 years later, the conquest of air was almost an old story, and airplane travel was in full swing. Out of the 12 and 12, we're on Step 8. Made a list of all persons we'd harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Steps 8 and 9 are concerned with personal relations. First, we take a look backward and try to discover where we've been at fault. Next, we make a vigorous attempt to repair the damage we've done. And third, having thus cleaned away the debris of the past, we consider how, with our newfound knowledge of ourselves, we may develop the best possible relations with every human being we know. This is a very large order. It is a task which we perform with increasing skill but never really finish. Learning how to live in the greatest peace, partnership, and brotherhood with all men and women, of whatever description, is a moving and fascinating adventure. Every AA has found that he can make little headway in this new adventure of living until he first backtracks and really makes an accurate and unsparing survey of the human wreckage that he's left in his wake. To a degree, he's already done this when taking a moral inventory. But now the time has come when he ought to redouble his efforts to see how many people he has hurt, and in what ways. This reopening of emotional wounds, some old, some perhaps forgotten, and some still painfully festering, will at first look like a purposeless and a pointless piece of surgery. But if a willing start is made, then the greatest advantages of doing this will so quickly reveal themselves that the pain will be lessened as one obstacle after another melts away. Daily Reflection, September 1st. Willingness to grow. If more gifts are to be received, our awakening has to go on. As Bill sees it, page 8. Sobriety fills the painful hole in the soul that my alcoholism created. Often I feel so physically well that I believe my work is done. However, joy is not just the absence of pain. It is the gift of continued spiritual awakening. Joy comes from ongoing and active study, as well as an application of the principles of recovery in my everyday life, and from sharing that experience with others. My higher power presents many opportunities for deeper spiritual awakening. I need only to bring into my recovery the willingness to grow. Today, I am ready to grow. "24 hours a day, September 1st. AA thought for the day. Be careful not to brand new prospects as alcoholics. Let them draw their own conclusion. But talk to them about the hopelessness of alcoholism. Tell them exactly what happened to you and how you recovered. Stress the spiritual feature freely. If they are agnostics or atheists, make it emphatic that they do not have to agree with your conception of God. They can choose any conception that they like, provided it makes sense to them. The main thing is that they be willing to believe in a power greater than themselves, and that they live by spiritual principles. Do I hold back too much in speaking of the spiritual principles of the program? Meditation for the day. I will never leave nor forsake thee. Down through the centuries, thousands have believed in God's constant, untiring, and unfailing love. God has love. Then forever you are sure of His love. God has power. Then forever you are sure in every difficulty and temptation of His strength. God has patience. Then always there is one who can never tire. God has understanding. Then always you will understand and be understood. Unless you want Him to go, God will never leave you. He is always ready with power. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may feel that God's love will never fail. I pray that I may have confidence in His unfailing power. All right, my friends, that concludes today's reading. Really like the daily reflection today. Sobriety fills the painful hole in the soul that my alcoholism created. Now, one thing about that, I feel like I had a hole in my soul before the alcoholism, and I know the alcohol for a little bit filled that hole, that's true. But I had to get to the root causes of why I drank anyway. And I think that's where the steps have really helped me over time. And continue to help me in so many ways. I think the reason I keep going is because it's been so good. And I've learned so many things, how to handle life now in a way I never knew how to handle before. And I really like the last couple lines. My higher power presents many opportunities for deeper spiritual awakening. I'm constantly learning new things because I really care about what other people have to say about their experience and value that, hey, everyone's got something to say and everyone's got something of value to share. I want to pray more. I want to learn more, read more. I need only to bring into my recovery the willingness to grow. I am definitely willing. And today I'm ready to grow. And the great thing is, the more peace and contentment I feel, the greater gift I can give the world. And to carry this message to others that are not even alcoholics. To just be a better person. As I've said before, to show up best for those I love the most and the complete stranger. And the one that despitefully uses me. You know how I know this program's working? Is I get disrespected on a daily basis on my job. And I used to take it so personal because I try so hard. Now, I really don't take offense to what people have to say about me, even if they're willingly going against me. I try not to, be offended. The steps have helped me with that because I'm okay with me. I'm not depending on other people's opinions of me to make me feel good or bad. I'm okay with me being me. For the first time in my life, that's one of the greatest gifts sobriety's ever given me. It is so much more than just not drinking. But my friends, that's all we have time for today. I hope you all have a great one. As always, I don't speak on behalf of AA or NA or Al-Anon or any other sect, denomination, or organization. I'm just a friend in this lifeblood of recovery. And if we are given another set of 24 hours, my friends, I sincerely look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow.